Hi, my name is Naturallygabbie, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome back. So, today I am continuing the conversation of the universal laws. We have already gone over laws 1 through 3. Law number 1, divine oneness. Law number 2, law of vibrations. Law number 3, law of relativity. And today we are going over law number 4, which is law of polarity. Now, we as human beings are very polarized, okay? Law of polarity is there are two sides to everything. For example, black and white, right and wrong, left and right, male and female, up and down, above, below, asleep, awake, the sun, the moon, water, fire. There are always two sides to everything. And we as people, like I said, are very polarized because we are always trying to choose a side. When we need to understand that everything is connected. Law of divine oneness, everything is connected. There is really no such thing as one over the other because they come from the same thing. They come from a whole. They're just two sides of one whole. For example, this whole left-right thing in politics. Politics is one whole of a thing. Having a left side and a right side, or a right side and a wrong side, doesn't even make any sense because they are all the same thing. And not only that, but it doesn't actually matter. And I'm not just talking about politics, I'm talking about sides in general. One could not exist without the other, which means they are one and the same. It's just that the way that we perceive it can be different. Remember, everything is relative. Law of relativity. The way that we perceive things makes a difference, but they are all just one and the same. Some people get so hung up on what they believe is right that they refuse to look at the other side. Like point blank refuse. And when you do not get both sides of the story, remember there are always two sides to everything. When you don't get both sides of the story, you're missing half of the information, which means you are missing half of your understanding. And then you are polarized because you're so busy being concerned and angry about only one side, when if you actually took out the time to understand the whole, how those two sides are connected, then you wouldn't be so confused. You wouldn't be so angry. You wouldn't be so bothered. And you know what that is? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm sounding kind of what's the word? Like I'm belittling. That's not it. I'm just very passionate about this conversation. I just want to clarify. Being unbothered is just another word for balance. Okay? And I don't mean unbothered in a petty way like, oh, I don't care. No, I mean like I really don't care, because it doesn't actually matter which side is right and which side is wrong. That's just two sides of the same thing. I'm understanding what the right side is saying and I'm understanding what the wrong side is saying. And really, they're just arguing the same thing. They're arguing the same thing. Okay? Good versus evil. You know? The villain is doing his villainy things because something happened that he feels like he needs to work for, that he needs to strive for in order to accomplish what he wants to accomplish. Sounds familiar? You know how villains become villains? Something bad happens and they decide that they want to fight for a change. How they perceive that change to be is how they perceive it to be. You know how heroes come about? Something bad happens and they decide to fight for a change. And how they perceive that change to be is how they perceive that change to be. And I'm using this example so I can be very clear that that is literally how everything is. One side of a whole. Being polarized, you're losing your balance. This is you. This is you. This is you. Unbalanced. Let go of trying to always be right or always be wrong. Let go of trying to explain all the time your side. And on a personal note, when I tell you I used to struggle with this, I still struggle with it sometimes. Always trying to explain my side of the story so that everybody can understand. Forget about that person's side because they already wrong. It's a little bit of Cancer energy, okay? But it's not good. It's not even funny. Low key, okay? Polarized thinking. When you're always on your side and don't even want to hear the other side, don't even want to at least understand, grasp the other side. I mean, hello? Racism, homophobia. Where do you think that comes from? Polarized thinking. Find your balance, because there are always two sides to everything. The law of polarity. Peace, love, and moonlight.